Lil Scrappy lost it, flipped an entire friggin' table, smashed a glass, and yelled so loudly that the neighbors called the cops. It's not his breaking tiny thing, but he has been concealing a whole child. Scrappy learned of Bambi's silence from a direct message that contained information leaks. In the worst possible way, Scrappy was just misled. There was a whole secret child with another person. No story, no guess. There was no dialogue in person, and at 2:47 a.m., a picture was dropped. She stated, "Boom. Mama D's on Instagram live, crying real tears and throwing Bible texts like confetti. When M's little child called you mommy, Bambi said it was none of your concern and froze without blinking." Rumor has it that Stevie J knew all along that Scrappy was being discussed, despite the fact that he has been far too silent. In addition to being depressing, he is dangerous, and this is only the beginning. Lying about a child destroys the family as a whole, in addition to betraying trust. There was a silence in the room that screams louder than words could ever aspire to. Holding his phone in his palm, Scrappy sat on the edge of his bed and gazed at the screen as though he could send the message away. It read, a single text message with a photo attached. "Thought you should know." In the picture, Bambi's wife was cradling a newborn that he had never seen before. Although the infant shared his mother's eyes and smile, Scrappy knew in his heart that the child wasn't his. With trembling palms, he texted but received no reply. The walls started to shut in on memories as he made 2 consecutive calls to leave voicemails, rushing back to their wedding, their kids, and their vows. Scrappy craved answers, and everything was poisoned. He drove directly to their house, which they once shared but is now a lie-filled place. When Bambi discovered him there, she was shocked and stated, "We need to talk." She gazed at the picture as he held up the phone. Her face was a mixture of horror, regret, and shock. Muttering, "It's not what you think," she said. He pleaded, "Then explain." Bambi hesitated, then momentarily admitted that the infant was hers. Romance while they were apart. She kept it secret out of fear of being judged and fearing that the family would be lost. Scrappy's world fell apart when the media discovered Bambi's secret child, as the woman he loved and the life they had built were suddenly enshrouded in lies. With the weight of betrayal bearing down on him, he left without a word. How might this happen? What will Scrappy do with the chaos everywhere? Screenshots are agitated by tweets. Well-known anonymous blogs that reveal invoices. When one website even uploaded a fake birth certificate with the father identified as Stevie J, the puzzle pieces started to come together. The man who had been mysteriously circling the family for months was Stevie J. Waite, Bambi's potential business partner. The work travels late, evenings when Stevie posts the mysterious baby shoes a bottle. After the caption, "Big blessings loading," fans linked dots faster than the internet could breathe. Mama D said, "I told y'all that woman was never right for my son." Naturally, Mama D wasn't keeping quiet. That same evening, she went live, and before she could say a word, comments were pouring in. She sounded angry, and I could see there was eyes wide. "This goes deeper than you all think. Documents, contracts, conversations," she added, adding that it's not just about adultery. "My son was positioned. It was a plot now, not simply an issue." She said, "My son is broken," alluding to the exchange that transpired between Stevie J and Bambi, the father who had been unfaithful the entire time. Scrappy urgently needs a DNA test, said, "He called me last night crying like a child who lost his whole world." You could sense the hurt and the deception as the world looked on. In the meantime, the Scrappy said nothing, posted nothing, and made no comments. Insiders started to come forward, though, and one of them asserted that Bambi had been leading a double life for the past 2 years. Stevie J, who was purportedly a member of the Love and Hip Hop production team, stated in a B's secret apartment that the plot had been made up to protect reputations. Fans decided to back Scrappy or Team Bambi now that the NDAs were failing, but it was clear that Scrappy was experiencing a serious emotional breakdown, and 3 days later, everyone was watching. The silence. No video. Everything isn't always what it seems, but pain is always real, was the only caption on an Instagram picture with a black screen. The website received thousands of comments from celebrities, journalists, and fans. Did Bambi come up? Was everything real? And then there was another explosion. Medical data, a child's birth certificate, images of the infant, and the worst part were all posted on a dubious blog. The father wasn't Lil Scrappy, online breakdown mode. The retreat turned out to be a private maternity suite that was booked under a fictitious name. According to the blog, Bambi gave birth while still with Scrappy, but she managed to get away by pretending to travel and fleeing to an Arizona wellness center. A baby's cries could be heard in the background of an old Stevie J Instagram story, with his name plastered all over the albums, and it sounded just like one of Bambi's kids. Then Kirk Frost provided this enigmatic comment when he joined the conversation. Some people love to play family until the truth comes out. Bambi begged the claimed baby daddy, "Don't ruin what I've built," in images of their private communications that were posted without names or tags. "All I'm trying to do is keep Scrappy safe. Mama D, the streets are burning by now. A glass of wine is ready and we're back on life. Lying about the conflict to my son and to all of us was cowardly of you. Loyalty isn't that? She wasn't done yet. I'll leak the movie myself, Mona Scott, if you don't air this next season." When asked why Stevie J was involved at all, the baby said that her cheekbones were just like hers. She then gave a telenovela-style look and said, "He's been involved more than you all realize." Erica Dixon, the mother of Scrappy's oldest daughter, his wife, did not go live or tweet. Rather, she shared a long YouTube video called "I Tried to Warn Him," in which she sat in a dimly lit room and spoke in a forceful yet composed tone. "I kept quiet out of deference, but I have to admit now that Scrappy is a kind man. He didn't deserve this, and I hadn't liked what I told him about Bambi years ago." In a single hour, there were 500,000 views. Enthusiasts called it was even reposted by Mama D, who said, "Sometimes the truth comes from the place you least expect respect." Before posting an image from the Notes app with the comment, "People love to twist narratives for entertainment," Bambi said nothing. "Even if it means losing everything, I'll always defend my kids. Have faith in what you desire." Even though comments are not allowed. Then a humorous video, Mama D read it out loud and said, "Oh, I did what I had to do, girl, shut up." Cardi B's statement that the Bambi Scrappy drama had more turns than a Netflix film was echoed by even famous people. Even Ghost has not been betrayed to the extent that 50 Cent did when he uploaded Scrappy's live feed. Scrappy said nothing more until a last post showed a black and white picture of he was spotted with his daughter in a captionless photo while the war was just getting started. And fans were waiting for the next leak, next twist, and next trial bombshell. There's no denying that this story is everything but heroic, Crystal. After everything he has lost and learnt, he is not dying quietly because a man's broken heart can occasionally be turned into a weapon. It doesn't stay that way, even though Bambi thought she had buried the truth. Wearing a wire, it conceals itself, crawls out of the hole, and knocks on your front door. Tell me, are you on the Scrappy squad or are you still riding with Bambi? If you have any comments, kindly share and subscribe. We'll be releasing music that makes this sound like a love story next week. Oh, next week. Keep the materials close at hand and continue to be shady and interesting.